Hello everyone, I'm Diego Luna and I'm taking you to Mexico City. Let's go. What makes Mexico City so special? It's a city that has expressions of all Latin America. It's a city where everything interacts. You can't miss going to a market. In markets, you see every layer of society, the richness and the diversity of produce. There is one thing in Mexico which is called las cantinas. It's a nice concept, kind of like a restaurant where you just stay. You transit from eating to drinking without going anywhere else. Cantinas are nice because they're very traditional. There's always good food, good drinking, and even though everyone starts in their own table, things kind of like get more flexible towards the night, and suddenly you find yourself sitting with someone else and chatting and having a good time. I mean, there's so many like really traditional salones de baile, you know, un salón de baile. It's like a big area where there's always a band playing, and people go there to dance. Either there's that, and you'll find the best ones in downtown, or there is the very like modern party spots in Roma and Condesa. There's a lot of that happening. If you go to Mexico City, you have to go to the Anthropological Museum. It is a place where you can go and spend 2 hours and decide to see one room or focus in one topic, or you can spend 3 days there. It teaches you not just about Mexico, but about Latin America. There's a pyramid in the city that is quite interesting and very easy to go visit. It's called Cuicuilco. It's the first round pyramid in Mesoamerica. It's interesting also because it's in the city, and there's a concert spot next called the Sala Nezahualcóyotl, so that could be cool to go to a concert and visit the pyramid. If you're talking about Spanish-speaking theater, there's no city that offers more than Mexico. Cool things happen around theater because it's not just the theater. There's always like a nice coffee shop, there's always a nice restaurant, there's always a few bars around. I would definitely take you to the National University. It's very rich. There's cinemas, theaters, there's a really nice restaurant. I grew up there. I mean, I think there's like 280 theaters or something like that just in the city. And a lot of shows, not just from Latin America, but Spain and Europe, travel to Mexico. So there's always something happening, you know. I would go to the theater with my dad. All my family, my troupe was people doing theater. The architecture of the National University is something that deserves a full day there to walk around. From there, we're gonna head north to the Fine Arts Theater in downtown, which is beautiful, and it's also a nice area to just walk around, and a lot is happening there. There is a cool place called La Clandestina. Clandestina means clandestine. It's a tiny little place where you can just have homemade mezcales, a very specific drink, really cool, really nice. I live in Mexico in more of a quiet area, you know, in the south of Mexico. It's called San Angel. I appreciate silence. I wouldn't try to drive in Mexico City if you haven't done it. It's kind of crazy. I mean, there's 22, 23 million people in that city, so it gets a little messy. There's a thing called El Metrobús, which is pretty safe, and it takes you from basically the south where I live to Colonia Roma, Condesa, that area. But be ready to have to jump in a cab. There's one cinema you can visit that I really love. It's called La Cineteca Nacional, which is a place where you'll find the most interesting films. I remember spending hours in that place, you know, when I was a teenager, and go there and watch 2-3 films, you know, on the weekends, and just get lost. It reminds me, what cinema is about. It's not just about witnessing or watching a film. It's about what happens before and after. That matters too, and that place is cool for that. shooting in Mexico City has been a great way to discover the city, you know, by scouting the city and finding locations that people haven't seen. By shooting in Mexico City, stuff that is supposed to happen somewhere else, you realize the history of the architectural design of Mexico, you know. The other thing I love about shooting in Mexico City is people support, you know. You get to know people, you know, you get to go into their homes, to witness a little something intimate about their lives. So the story of the place I'm in always matters to me. To actually be able to see the city, it's a gigantic city, it's huge. Make sure you land during the day. The only way to see the whole thing is from the airplane. Mexico City is not a city that grow with tall buildings, you know. After the earthquake in '85, I think everything since then that builds small, the city grow like this, you know. It's quite an impact to see it from the top and realize it never ends. Try to avoid whatever is written in English for you to go in. That must be wrong, right? I mean, if you're in a Spanish-speaking country, avoid it because it's not gonna be cool. Talking about Mexico City, you can tell, gets me very excited. I really hope to see you there. This is the Mexico City I can show you, but I'm open. Any suggestions? What should I check out?